the game more clearly with extra view lenses from Norval Opticians, with £50 off our exclusive freeform frames.
Well, Jonny, it's been a roller coaster of a ride since that fantastic victory up at Sale early season.
Yeah, I mean that basically sums up the season. Really, it's been ups and downs, and I suppose we've pretty much covered it throughout a lot of the press times together. Just I suppose there's frustration, and there's been disappointment, and there's been elation, and there's been a whole raft of emotions that everyone's gone through. So, but ultimately, we've lost games that we should have won, and we were right in, and that's I suppose that's the disappointing thing. But the other side of that is we're still in the mix, and we've firmly committed to playing through right to the end of the season and making sure we get something out of it.
Is there anything from that game, from a victory away against a side that are not travelling well themselves, is there anything you could pick from there, like a psychological tool to use in preparation for this week?
I don't think so. I think, if you look at Sale's performances of late have been much improved. They went through a difficult patch, and they seem to have sort of found their feet again, and they're playing some really good rugby. I think they've got some real quality in their side that when the grounds get a bit harder, they're using now. So yeah, I think they're a more confident side than they were when we first met them. But at the same time, we've changed a little bit, and we're excited about this weekend and about bringing them to Kingsholm, and about what we want to do when we step out onto that pitch.
Gloucester, as much as anybody, are a side that knows that competition in this league swings on very, very small margins. Very small margins. So the idea of starting this game and winning the little mini victories in the detail of the first 10, 15, 20 minutes are going to be really important against a side from Steve Diamond is going to be confrontational.
Absolutely, and that's what we talk about week in, week out, is about just winning those small battles and trusting those processes to make sure that we we put ourselves in good positions. But as you say, the league is incredibly tight. I mean, you have Bristol running a strong Exeter side right to the 77th minute. It takes for Thomas Waldron to score to win the game. I mean, it's incredible, and those are the margins that this league's played in, and that's what makes it such an unbelievably strong and competitive and a league that a lot of people respect. When you're in it, obviously, and as we've experienced this year, we've been on the wrong side of some of those results, and our growth is about making sure that we then tip the balance and end up and get on the right side of those. And especially against Sale this weekend, I mean, they'll be coming confident off the back of a good home performance against Worcester, and we're excited. As I say, we are confident at home. We want to deliver a performance that our fans want to see and that we know we're capable of. So it's about us doing that for 80 minutes.
The performance will be key. They had a good victory and a bonus point victory, but they did concede 4 tries. So I mean, does that give you any indication of how to approach the game?
Look, I think a lot of teams are scoring more tries. I think in the league generally this year there have been more tries scored, and particularly you get to this time of year, the grounds are getting harder, the ball's drier, and people maybe have a little bit more ambition to play the ball, and they've got some very, very good strike runners in their back line, and they've got some very strong physical players up front. So yeah, it's whether they conceded 4, I wouldn't read too much into that. There will be opportunities for us to score. We've got to make sure we create those opportunities, and that ultimately we take them. And then we've got to be miserly with our defence as well. It's something that we've probably relied on a little bit too much of late, and we want to make sure that we're not having to defend for as long as periods as we have been, and that we can impose our game on the opposition. And that's our goal, to make sure that we put our game in front of them.